Greetings, Donald Defender here. So as you may know, I just went on a trip to Cincinnati for my sister's gymnastics nationals, the whole thing. But anyways, so we went to a Target and I found this little guy, which I did not expect to find. It's the Hammond Collection Velociraptor 3 Velociraptor, and it was $10, so, you know, I had to pick it up. And I was at the hotel. Impulse got to me. Okay. Sorry about that. One of my soundproof things just fell down. Sorry about that. It's been happening. Anyways, that's my mistake. Anyways, yeah, Impulse got to me, and I decided to just open it up because why not? So if you wanted to see me unbox it, I'm sorry, but that's kind of how the cookie crumbles. But let's just go into this like any other of my reviews. Let's look at the box. So it's your standard Hammond Collection box. We've got all this metal and stuff. Got the trees down here, Velociraptor, and we've got this beautiful like picture of the Velociraptor on the back. You have all this like info about it. I have a picture, and there's a figure himself, and the amazing Jurassic 3 logo. I will always say that I was always express my love for the JP3 logo. But anyways, yeah, so that's the box. It's every Hammond Collection box you've ever seen, so let's get that out of the way, and let's get into our JP3 Velociraptor. So this is a very, very, very good figure, I would say. So let's just get right into it. Let's get into the sculpt. The sculpt is pretty good. Although I will say it's not the most detailed. Most of it is just kind of smooth, wrinkly skin, and it's not really scaly, which I would have preferred, because you can even see like scales all over. Hold on, fucking. Like for example, the Geniodectes, like there's like skin that you can see like every single individual scale sculpted, but on this one it just didn't put that there, which I thought was weird. And I know I think this is like most of the body is recycled Hammond Collection, just generic Velociraptor, or the first movie, so I know that, but still, I would have really preferred to have scales like the Geniodectes, because, man, would that have been nice, but, yeah. So the hands, these kind of bird scoot things, I think, like, bird scoot hands are still kind of being debated, but yeah, oh god. Yeah, it's the massive feet. That's just kind of the elephant in the room. The feet are massive because you gotta balance it, man. But it's Mattel. I've kind of gotten used to the big feet, but yeah. The tail. Oh, the tail is this bendy material with a wire in it, which I'm not really a big fan of because, as most people have problems with it, it can easily split. And I would rather have it like segmented, like the what was it, the Ankylosaurus, Hammond Collection Ankylosaurus. That would have been much better. But also the tail the wire like ends here, so the tail's kind of just flops around. Going in the head, I didn't even discuss this. We've got the classic JP3 crest before the eyes. We got the quills, and the mouth. The teeth are pretty good, although this weird, like, I don't even know what to call it, like a trough where the upper teeth are going to the maxilla or premaxilla. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but yeah. So let's get into articulation. This is very well articulated. Like, you can pose like any way you really want. This is like BOTM level articulation. I mean, this will never be as good as BOTM, but it's very, very good. Most of them have like these ball and socket joints. You can pretty much, you know, twist them that way, twist them any way you want. The feet, yeah, you can. Although one thing that I kind of thought this was disappointing is that you couldn't what was it? You can bend the sickle claws down, which you could do in the Amber, the Amber Collection figures, but not on here, which I thought was kind of disappointing. But you know, what are you gonna do, right? Yeah, so very, very good articulation. Obviously very, coming from the Hammond Collection, it's gonna be good articulation, you know. Going to paint jobs. The paint work is pretty good. Most of it, you can actually tell it's kind of printed on. If my camera can focus, come on. My camera does not want to focus today. Come on, focus. There, you can kind of see it. It's printed on, at least like the parts around the eyes, which it's not really a big deal, but it's just kind of like, oh, it's just kind of like shows Mattel being kind of lazy. But, and I think it's also, yeah, you can kind of tell it's kind of printed on the underbelly and stuff, which is kind of disappointing, but you know. Oh my god, they keep falling down. I'm sorry, guys. These things will not stay up. That's mostly my fault. Anyways, sorry. Oh god, it just got much echoey. Echo-y or whatever. Anyways, the quills are actually, I don't really like how they're painted. They just kind of like put a couple stripes on there, which yeah, which is, it should have white tips along the backs, which they have not depicted right here, which is kind of weird. It also has this weird tip, like red tip, these like magenta accents on the legs. I know they had this on the Amber Collection figure. I'm not sure about these, and I'm not sure if that's movie accurate or just something Mattel decided to do, but you know. Yeah, so that's pretty much all for, oh wait, no, I kind of forgot. There's little stripies here on the thighs, which is pretty nice, I would say. So yeah, articulation's really good. Paint jobs, the paint job is okay. I actually forgot to say this, but with the paint job, it's just this gray color, which I think having a darker color would look more accurate to the movie, because as you can see, it was much darker in the movies, and I think even like a dark wash would really make this like a really good figure and like very accurate to the movie. But it's just like this, which is, it's like the bright gray really distracts me, but it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, that's pretty much all my thoughts on the Amber Collection JP3 Velociraptor. Overall, it's pretty good. Could it be better? Yes, it definitely could be. But overall, I think it's a pretty good figure, so if you see it, I recommend picking it up. It's fairly cheap, and yeah. But I will say that the Amber Collection figure is probably better. I don't have it, but the Hammond Collection figure looks better. Anyways, so yeah, that's about it for this video. See ya.